recent illegal tiger trading may have been mostly driven by Americans. According to recent research, the United States has likely had a key role in tiger part trafficking. According to the findings, the biggest entry ports for these illicit goods are in San Francisco, Dallas, and Atlanta. There are just around 5,000 wild tigers left in the world, making them critically endangered. The loss of the tiger as a species is exacerbated by the illegal trafficking in its body parts, usually for medical reasons. The previous study on tiger trafficking trends was centered mostly on 13 Asian nations, with little attention paid to the United States. This has changed. According to recent research published in the journal Conservation Science and Practice, the United States imported tiger components from 2003 to 2012. A Freedom of Information Act request revealed that the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service made 292 seizures of tiger parts that had been illegally brought into the country. This suggests that the scale of the trade may have been underestimated. According to media sources, just 6 illicit tiger items were seized in the United States between 2000 and 2018, according to a 2019 research that examined the more recent era of 2000 to 2018. In the United States, many people believe that the illicit trading in tiger parts is taking place in countries throughout the globe. It's a fact that the illicit trade in the United States is mostly driven by and including us. As a PhD candidate at Columbia University, Sarika Kanwilker, the creator of Wild Tiger, is the study's co-author. In order to enhance legislation and enforcement as well as future research efforts, this study is a step toward better understanding the role of the United States in the worldwide tiger trafficking. Even while China has long been the primary destination and biggest user of tiger parts, new data reveals that import seizures in the United States now account for over half, 46.8%, of all seizures globally. Kanwilker and her co-authors warn that their research may understate tiger trafficking in the US due to the growing use of internet platforms to sell and pay for illicit wildlife items and rising demand. The data is also out of date since laws governing FOIA requests to the Fish and Wildlife Service reduced the quality of data accessible after the team's first FOIA request in 2013. Of the 65% of the confiscated animal parts with known origins, 99.5% originated from wild tigers, according to the researchers. Imported goods from China and Vietnam accounted for the bulk of the items confiscated, 34.2% and 29.5%, respectively. Without data on origin, which may or may not be the same as export, it was impossible to track down trafficking routes or pinpoint hotspots for illegal poaching of wild tigers to feed the market. In order to enhance policy, enforcement, and the conservation of wild tigers, the authors suggest a number of measures to better track the sources and routes of trafficking. They recommend, for example, stepping up detection measures in major tiger import hubs like San Francisco, Dallas, and Atlanta. It is also recommended that the unlawfully trafficked tiger components be traced back to their source, wild or captive, via forensic DNA analysis. If we knew where these tiger parts originated from, we could direct our conservation and enforcement efforts in the right direction.